Good afternoon, my people. What is going on? It is your main man, Charles Tank Harris, the founder and chief visionary officer of the financial literacy platform Wealth Our Way, where our motto is wealth is not only for the wealthy. I welcome each and every one of you to episode 188, Buying I-Bonds Before the Rate Drops. But before we get started with today's content, I'm recording live from California. I'm in a little town called Sebastopol, and I know I'm messing the name up, but I'm here on business, about to roll over to another little town called Santa Rosa to check on one of the Wild Nation investments that we're getting into. But I want to let you guys all know that despite me being on the road and being out here trying to make things happen, I'm always here to bring you this content every Tuesday and Thursday. And tomorrow, please do not miss a dynamic financial power hour with the beautiful and intelligent Kalima White as we discuss trusts and other estate planning tools in the Own Nothing, Control Everything edition of the Financial Power Hour. But before we get into today's content, I have to practice the attitude of gratitude and say thank you to everyone who is here streaming with me live across the Wealth Our Way Facebook page and the Wealth Our Way Network YouTube page. I also want to give the Wild Nation salute to the many members of Wealth Our Way Nation who watch this program pre-recorded overnight, over the weekend, wherever you can squeeze 15 minutes of financial literacy in. And then last but not least, a heartfelt how are you to the good folks of the Life 101 platform who listen to the audio recording of this very here program. Two disclaimers before I get started. I am in the lobby of a hotel. Well, three disclaimers. I'm in the lobby of a hotel. People will be walking around. That's what live recordings do. Just roll with it. Thing two about being in the lobby of the hotel, I'm on lobby hotel guest internet. We may have a little bit of a bad connection from moment to moment. I may freeze, I may not freeze. I don't know. I'm doing the best I can for the people. And then lastly, this is not going to go 15 minutes today because I am about to jump into our ride and get over to this plant that we're investing in and look at that. So we'll probably go about 10 minutes today. I want to talk to you about I-bonds. You guys know, if you're following the program, we've talked about I-bonds and the wonderful, wonderful rate that had been offered in the last 6-month pricing, which was 9.62%. Now, as I told you before, I-bonds are made up of two different components of a price. One component is just the standard rate that the government has issued on the bond, and the other part is based on inflation. It's ratcheted against the consumer price index, which is how we measure inflation in the United States of America. So with that being said, inflation had been going up. We've been talking about that for the last year and a half on 15 Minutes of Finance and the Financial Power Hour. So what I'm here to tell you is, I always tell you about the financial pundits you'll see on the internet and how they're doing nothing but regurgitating other news that they've heard or read. And not to toot my own horn, but toot. I give you financial information that's actually informative, insightful, and in most cases a step ahead of other people giving it to you. When the I-bonds were priced from May to October, that 6-month period, and the rate was the 9.62% that it was not only because prices had been rising, but it was because the government felt as though prices would continue to rise. Rates would go up from the Fed. They have information. They're not pricing these bonds willy-nilly. They know what they're doing. The fact that they're about to drop the rate on the I-bond, and you'll see me keep looking down at my phone because I tell you guys, all the information I tell you, I take that to the bank. But numbers change every day, every month, every year. So whenever it's a number, I want to read to make sure I'm right. And I always tell you to go behind me and check Google for any number I give you because it's subject to change. But the new rate that's expected to come out when the I-bond reprices is 6.5%. That's a significant drop. That's a drop of 3.12%. That's over a 50% drop or 50% markdown. And 6.5% is still a wonderful rate to be getting on cash, but 6.5 is not 9.62. So if you did not listen to your man, Big Tank, and run out and grab yourself some I-bonds, which I told you can be bought in $50 denominations, $100 denominations, why not? You have to start taking the advice that you get here on 15 Minutes of Finance and apply it to your real life. So if you're sitting with $1,000 in a bank account, $2,000, and it's in a savings account or money market account, and you're not going to touch it, Although there are some drawbacks as far as the length of time you have to hold an I bond, they're not very restrictive. Like, you have the 6 months where you give back all the interest. I think it's 3 years, and you can, keep everything but the last 6 months of interest, quarter of interest. You have the advantage when rates are high to get more money on your money, and you have to take advantage of these things. So the prices change every 6 months, May through October, and then it'll go from October to May. That's how they run in 6 month increments. The last day for the issuance that we currently have is October 28th to get the 9.62% rate. And the reality is that you don't have to leave the comfort of your own home to buy I bonds. It's an electronic process. You go right to the government's website and buy I bonds. So even though you only have 3 days left, you could do it in 3 minutes. Like, literally turn off 15 minutes of finance right now and go spend $100 on this 9.62 rate for the I bond before it goes down to the 6.5%. So with that being said, I just wanted to bring that attention to you. I wanted to let you know that we will be on the Financial Power Hour tomorrow night, that it's going to not be live. It's recorded live earlier and broadcast later, because I'm on a plane tomorrow night when the Financial Power Hour is going to broadcast. But I wanted to give you a live recording anyway. So we're going to record it live and broadcast it. And any questions that come up on tomorrow night's Financial Power Hour, put them in the comments. The producers will be here on the show manning it live as it's airing at 6 o'clock Eastern tomorrow night. And Kalima has agreed to come on the show and answer any questions that are raised in tomorrow's chat, or if you guys send in private emails to info@wealthourway.com, we'll address the questions. So with that being said, told you it'd be a brief 15 minutes of finance today. I want you guys to get out here, live your best financial life, and remember, wealth is not only for the wealthy. You guys take care.